This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the show. Artificial intelligence is changing the way we work. It certainly has changed things for me. Create, market, and build businesses. But according to today's guest, the biggest advantage in the AI age isn't technology at all. It's being authentically human. On September 12th, Waco will host the inaugural U Times AI conference at the Performing Arts Community Center, just next door here to where we are at Rogue Media, bringing together founders, creators, marketers, and entrepreneurs from across Texas and beyond. Now, this event is built around a powerful idea. AI is the accelerant, but your unique experiences, your creativity, your relationships, and perspective, that's the multiplier, hence the times symbol. Joining us today, Fernando Labastida. Did I say
you said
that
it perfectly.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
good. You're founder and CEO of Strike Marketing Institute of Austin.
Yes.
So welcome to Waco.
Thank you so much. I feel welcome in Waco.
Good. Well, thanks for making the trip up I-35, which is never a fun thing.
I did it
usually.
early this morning, so I think I avoided the bottlenecks.
You got to be tricky about I-35. But you believe the next generation of innovators will not be defined by where they live or how many tools they use, but how effectively they can combine human creativity with artificial intelligence. So welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about U Times the AI conference and what inspired you to create this.
Well, I've been really working with AI since 2023. So, in AI years, that's a lifetime.
I love it, like dog years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I've seen it go from kind of writing bad articles to now it's giving you advice, right? But what I've seen now, and especially within the last 6 months with the advent of Claude Cowork, Claude Code, you've had this whole OpenClaw thing, which is an open source, basically AI bot that can run wild and do all sorts of things. But
now
mostly,
you're saying some words that I don't understand, so you may have to go slowly with me. But.
Well, OpenClaw is really just kind of like an autonomous...
OpenClaw?
OpenClaw
Okay.
is an autonomous bot that is an open source, which means there's no one company that owns it. You download it for free, and there's a community of developers who are always adding on to the code.
Kind of like Wikipedia?
Yeah, kind of like Wikipedia, exactly.
So you don't know that you can necessarily trust?
Exactly, and that's the whole controversy with OpenClaw, and you really kind of got to know what you're doing, set up all these various security measures. Don't even put it on your own computer, put it on a computer that's sort of cordoned off from your personal information, et cetera.
That's a little scary.
But what that represents is that within the last 6 months, you've had this huge revolution in AI from being just somebody that gives you something that gives you answers and can rewrite or can write content,
right,
and can do all sorts of stuff, to being an actual replacement for a person, right? So you can now, and I'm not saying this to say, okay, there's going to be mass layoffs. I'm saying this, that even you and me, we're individuals. We can start these massive companies, just us, right? And so there's this sort of saying out there that one day soon, we're going to see the first one-person unicorn company. So a unicorn company being, you reach $1 billion because AI can essentially become your virtual workforce, right? So that's still a little bit ways off, but a lot of people are starting to work on that.
That almost takes your breath away.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So, so the concept is that, and so I don't know if you're familiar with, is his name Michael Rubin or something Rubin, who is like this famous producer, music producer. He's helped some hip hop artists, rock and roll artists, et cetera, become super mega stars. But one of the things about Rubin is that he doesn't know how to use a mixing board for mixing sound. He doesn't know how to play an instrument. He doesn't know how to read music. What he has is taste, right? He knows what he likes, and he has a feeling for what the audience will like.
Which is huge.
It's
if you
very
know what's
huge.
going to sell.
Exactly. So if you take that concept, that's essentially where we're at right now, where if you're an individual creator, you have great ideas, but you don't have a Silicon Valley team behind you. You didn't grow up going to Harvard or Stanford. You're not on Sand Hill in Silicon Valley, so you can raise $100 million, Series A investment and start the next unicorn software company. It's just you, but now you times AI, you can amplify yourself, right? So that's what really stood out to me. And I was talking to Mike Hamilton and Casey, et cetera, of Rogue Media Networks, and we were let's start a conference about AI.
Yeah.
Because they're working with a lot of creators, you and other podcasters and other creators in different genres. That's perfect. How can creators who have their own unique voice, their own DNA, their own unique experiences, upbringing, et cetera, how can they use that just like Ruben does, with their own taste, with their own unique viewpoint of things, but use AI to amplify them instead of drowning them out? Because another thing that I've noticed, and this is another reason for the conference, is that now we've reached the stage of the AI backlash, right? So people are, all these data centers going up.
Oh,
and
there's a huge outcry about them.
Huge outcry.
But all right, explain to me the need for the data center, why it needs to be fresh water. I mean, these are just some of the things that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That people are, noise, all that kind of thing.
I'm not an expert at this, and I've seen other alternative viewpoints that now with miniaturization, you don't even need data centers, right? So I'm not exactly sure why all these huge data centers are going up, except for the fact that maybe the large companies, the Alphabets and the Metas of the world are seeing that AI is going to be everything to everybody, and they're going to need places to store this. But the other backlash I'm seeing is that, and I'll give you a story to kind of give an example of this. I was at an AI meetup the other day in Austin. So the speaker was talking about AI, and everybody in the audience was all involved with AI. And afterwards, I was speaking to one of the people in the audience. He's one of those people who optimizes search in AI. So he helps your business get recommended by ChatGPT. When somebody's typing to ChatGPT is, what's the best, HVAC company, right? So here we are. So this
You want
is
to be top on that list.
Exactly.
How do you get there? Yeah.
Yeah. So you get the context, right? It's an AI meetup. Everybody there is AI forward. And I was talking to this guy who does AI search optimization, and he said to me, I hate all this AI slop I see on my timeline, on my social media timeline. And I said, yeah, I agree with you there. So the irony of that statement. And so what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are now noticing that almost every content that you see, including YouTube. I saw a YouTube video the other day where the voice was AI, and I was like, I'm not interested in this.
Yeah.
So we've almost started outsourcing almost 80 to 90% of our content to AI. So there's a backlash to that, and we can just see the telltale signs of something that's created by AI, right? And it's not authentic because it's somebody like John or Arturo or whoever is writing something, and the style just looks very similar, right? So how do we instead let our uniqueness, our creativity shine through, but yet use AI to amplify ourselves? And so that's what the conference is all. I know I kind of did a roundabout way of explaining to it, but the conference is all about that. And we're going to have two tracks. There's a creator track and an AI track. We're bringing people in from St. Louis and Austin, also some local speakers, people who are going to specialize in teaching about how they're using AI to optimize their workflows, and also people talking about how they're, using their creative tools their creative abilities to start a business and to really thrive.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So U times AI equals unstoppable. I didn't use the whole phrase. So what does that equation mean to you?
So what it means to me is that and I read this in an article the other day, is that now there's really no limitations, no barriers to what we as maybe a solopreneur or an artist or a consultant or even a small company can do, right? First of all, the internet enabled us to reach a worldwide audience, right? But now AI can enable us to create our own software applications, to create a digital assistant or 3 or 5 or 10.
Wow, yeah.
You know, or to create a whole company and to set up automated workflows. Like, so there's a friend of mine in Austin, Brian Eisenberg. He's actually going to be one of the speakers at the summit. He was saying that once he records a podcast, his Claude Cowork automations will take the raw video from that and automatically create all the little clips that he uses to put on Instagram Reels, TikToks,
right.
Write the articles for the blog and for the newsletters, do the posts without him even having to touch a thing, right? So that's him being unstoppable, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's why I think it's like now it's like it used to be that you had to be a programmer, you had to study software engineering or coding, to be able to make the big bucks and to really sit high on the hog at some Silicon Valley startup. Now the skill to have is creativity. Now the skill to have is how can you express yourself in an unbridled way, but now you can use AI to really get yourself seen and to really scale your business and automate it and set up the billing and the accounting, et cetera.
Yeah. So why Waco for this conference?
Okay, so that's another thing too. First of all, I'm friends with Mike and the
Right.
Rogue Media people.
Right.
But also Waco is kind of halfway between Dallas and Austin.
Oh, it's a perfect location.
It is a great location. It's beautiful. But Waco represents something that's very special. First of all, I'm very pleasantly surprised at the vibrancy of the community here. There's Startup Waco, and there's the Rogue Media people and all the things they're doing with creators. There's the Film Society, and a lot of, short, really cool short films being made here. Waco is a microcosm of what's going on in many different cities. You think about Asheville, North Carolina, you think about Santa Fe, you think about Cedar Rapids, Iowa. All these places have these burgeoning creator communities. And I think what that means is there's now a geographical, kind of a geographical democracy. We're democratizing the ability for there to be, the possibility that there could be a 1-person or a 5-person unicorn, or the possibility that now, software startups can sprout from anywhere without having to get major VC funding. Or that now creator businesses can invent something completely new that we've never even imagined because of AI,
Yeah.
And they're happening in all these other places where there's people that didn't want to go to Silicon Valley or New York, and for good reason, and now they can stay in their communities and make their communities vibrant and commercially, move up in the world commercially, et cetera.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and when I Googled before you sent me the information, I just typed in AI conference September Waco, and all of your stuff popped up.
Oh, cool.
And because literally, this was the timeline. So about an hour and a half before I was going to come in and start recording, Mike Hamilton said, "Could you sit down with Fernando and talk about this?" I knew nothing about it. I said, "Okay." All I had was Fernando. So I think I said, "Can you send me some information, Mike? And what is his last name?" So in the meantime, and this was all taught to me by the fabulous Dr. Hope Cook at Baylor University in the Hank Hamer School of Business.
Oh, cool.
She's the one that I've had her on several times saying, "Ann, AI can change you will be a sharper, better, and harder." And I was so reluctant because I thought, this is cheating. I'm not doing my work. Okay, so an hour before I'm supposed to sit down and visit with you, who I've never met in my life, I just podcast intro and questions I just use ChatGPT. I'm very, very simple and rudimentary in any of this. and like that. What we have, plus your last name. So I didn't even have to. So then Mike said, well, I've contacted Fernando, and he's going to send you something. Okay, fine. I'm good.
Well,
I got it.
And I quickly used AI to come up with a really quick claim because, what I could have done is sat down and very thoughtfully and methodically over, 30 minutes written something that was very authentic and genuine. But I have my AI set up to use my voice.
Yeah.
It knows my turns of phrase. It knows my inflections, et cetera, because I've been working with it for a long time. And so it's seasoned. So I've seasoned my AI. And I whipped something off to you, and I read it, and I said, okay, that's exactly what I probably would have said if I'd had a little bit more time, right?
And I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I already had what I needed.
But
it's funny, but it's a little bit scary. And then there's always this, is it correct? It bears proofing, and looking at. But it was just going by what, you had already put out there, or I presume you or somebody who did this wonderful thing on, online, talking about the conference, again, September 12th.
Yes.
At the PACC. So we've got to take a break. All that to say, we're going to be back. A lot more Fernando needs to tell us about this conference and some of the speakers and what you'll be able to see in that. But I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Alan Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, your friend in the car business. It is the declaration of deals time at Alan Samuels. You can get $13,000 off a Ram 1500 Lone Star. 2.9% financing for 72 months. It is America's best full-size truck powertrain, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. So just all the great things, and the folks at Allen Samuels will fix you up. Again, they are your friend in the car business. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
We're celebrating the declaration of deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries to your most breathtaking destinations. and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Fernando Labastida, who is the founder and CEO of Strike Marketing Institute. We're talking about a Waco-based conference that is going to be happening on September 12th. It is the inaugural, so we're planning many more of these, I guess.
Absolutely.
U times AI conference. And the whole equation is equals unstoppable. And it's happening at the PACC. And you've got a whole host of folks that will be coming to present. And you said kind of two different directions you're going.
Yes. And so let me, well, first of all, we have a AI track, and I'm going to take my phone out because I have to look at
that's fine,
all the speakers on the website. But we have an AI track, so we're going to have AI experts teach about how you as a creator, you as a small business, you as a marketer can use AI in your day-to-day, right? How you can use it to expand what you're doing, to kind of not just help you be more efficient, but how it can 10x you or 100x you, right? So that's going to be one track, and the other track is going to be the creator track, right? So we're going to have people teach about how to be more authentic, how to create a brand that is based on your unique DNA, right? How to differentiate yourself on that. How to create content and use AI for the content. So it's not going to be strictly just AI and strictly just creators. Each one is going to talk about the intersection of AI and creator, but some more from the AI point of view and some more from the creator point of view. Okay.
Very good. So that's the AI track and the creator track. Who do you see as the ideal attendee at this?
So there's really three personas that I see attending to this. So first of all, I think that, your local business, your retail outlet. There's actually a cool little retail outlet over here that sells, everything from coffee mugs to spicy jelly and everything in between, right? A local services person, restaurant. So they have marketing, but a lot of them are still kind of like doing the marketing that we did 2 or 3 years ago, right? And so I think that a place like Waco is great for helping companies like that really up their marketing. Can do innovative things, can really expand their reach, right? The other one is creators, right? So I was actually here about 2 weeks ago, and there was I can't remember what it was called. It was like it was a block party, right? So I was here.
We were at the block party.
Yeah, it was the Waco block party over there by Southern Roots Brewery, right? So there's a lot of creators here. There's a lot of burgeoning filmmakers, artists, etc. Right? And so that's kind of a sweet spot for the rogue community, right? So helping them to use AI on the business side of things, right? So that they can focus on the creativity while they get AI to kind of focus on the business side, right? And then finally, startups, right? So this morning I was at the Waco startup co-working, and there was a meetup that we had over there, and I met a lot of really cool founders. Everyone from a company that manufactures ice and water and has these little ice dispensaries around the place, to a company that creates healthy, protein-forward desserts, right? Who wouldn't want to eat a pound cake that's healthy for you?
Really good for you.
Right? And then a software startup, right? So those are really kind of the three groups of people that I would see benefiting from that, right?
Yeah.
So, and anybody else who's kind of interested and curious in becoming a creator and using AI for their business.
Yeah.
Right?
So if someone feels overwhelmed by AI, intimidated, maybe, a little afraid of it, all that, so they're going to have some practical takeaways, for sure.
Well, absolutely. In fact, we've built that into the conference. So we are going to have like your traditional kind of keynote speeches, people standing on a stage and people sitting and clapping, right?
Taking notes, whatever.
So that's going to be, every conference has to have that, but we're also going to have breakout sessions with actual workshops, right? So bring your laptops. Right?
Okay.
Bring your laptops. The workshop leaders will work you through how to set up Claude Co-work, how to create something, how to use skills, right? There's a market out there for Claude Co-work skills. So you can have a skill that does anything from automating your accounting to, processing your podcast to everything in between. So the marketplace of skills is kind of like, it's kind of like, think about your Apple store, right? And you say you have all these apps there. So now on Claude, the Claude Co-work community, you have this marketplace of skills and plugins, right? And so there's going to be people who can teach you how to do that. And all points in between.
Yeah. So how long is the conference? I mean, what people need to budget for day-wise?
Yeah, so it's going to be on a Saturday, which is great, right? And so we're going to have it. It's going to be between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock, all the way up to about 7. So the formal talks and workshops stop at 5, but then we're going to have a happy hour later on. Kind of a way to sort of like everybody can let their hair down and talk to each other and network and just kind of create those connections. That will kind of, that they can then go to afterwards to maybe share, start new businesses or help each other with, where are you at with your AI? I'm doing this. Oh, cool. Can you teach me how to do that and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Those kind of spontaneous connections that happen and spark these endorphins and these oxytocin reactions between people. Because I think that, the human part of things is so important when it comes to AI.
Okay, so you mentioned this open Claude.
Yes.
I want to say C-L-A-U-D, but it's C-L-O...
C-L-A-W.
C-L-A-W, like a claw,
Yes.
a bear claw. So what are some other AI tools or workflows that are creating big impact for folks?
Okay, so Mike with Rogue Networks and his crew are using the whole suite of AI tools that is commonly under the Gemini banner, right? Or the Google AI banner. So everything from, Notebook LM, which is a really cool tool that can help you create, presentations, videos, etc., to, Nano Banana, which is part of the whole Google suite of products, which can create these fantastic, realistic-looking videos.
So did AI come up with Nano Banana?
Yes. I don't know if they came up with the name. I bet it did come up with the name. I'm not sure, right? So you have the whole suite of Gemini of Google AI products. Then you have Claude Co-work and Claude Code, right? So Claude Code is it's a software development platform using AI. And Claude itself, or Anthropic, the parent company for Claude, now they have said in press releases and interviews that 90% of their own software code is being created by Claude Code, right? So the software engineers are not even developers anymore. They're like software managers supervising Claude Code.
Which is what my oldest son does for a living, a software engineer.
Well,
and his wife, both.
And I bet he's, ask him when you get home, he said, hey, ask him if he's using Claude Code. I've got to think that could be something that they're using.
Yeah.
And then there's other, coding platforms which are maybe a little bit more intuitive to use, like Replit and Base 44. et cetera. There are, like, one of the tools that I like, Perplexity, which is a really...
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a really great research tool, right? So if you want to do...
I've heard of that.
Yeah. If you want to do deep research on all these academic articles, maybe, you know, you're kind of doing not original research, because you have to go out there with a clipboard and a pen and actually interview people to do original research. So we haven't, you know, AI hasn't invented humans.
And there's still going to be a need for that.
There absolutely is going to be a need for that.
Yeah, I mean, because I think what I do, I know you could totally create a podcast. There's so much video of me out there that it would look like me interviewing someone, but you are a real person. I'll have you all know. We are real people. And so I just think there's always going to be a desire for folks to see something that's real and genuine.
Well, and so this is an area that I've been kind of focusing on a lot lately, right? How can you generate trust? Because now there's a trust gap.
No kidding. Right? Campaign season, you are not going to know if what you're seeing your candidate of choice say, if that is real or not. That's what's really disturbing.
Absolutely, and even commercially, there is a trust gap. And there's Joe Polizzi, he's known in marketing circles as the godfather of content marketing. He founded the Content Marketing Institute and sold it for like about $26 million. And what he is saying now, he's sounding the alarm. He's saying in 2 to 3 years, 99% of all the content you consume is going to be AI created, right? And so that, you know, that there's a saying that says when you invent the ship, you know, you think about a cruise liner, or, you know, a big ocean-going ship, you also invent the shipwreck, right? It goes hand in hand together.
That's
we
right.
create AI, and we're also creating AI slop and AI domination, not in the Terminator sense, but in the sense of, you know, your timeline is going to be completely filled with AI. So what's the solution to that? You got to create trust again. You talked about humans, right? And the solution to that is things like this, where you and I are talking to each other on a podcast. Things like conferences like the one we're doing September 12th. Things like workshops and masterminds and retreats where people get together, and there's this thing called collective effervescence. Are you familiar with that term?
That is a new one. Yeah.
Okay, collective effervescence was a term coined in 1912 by Emily Durkheim, and it's basically the phenomenon that that kind of describes that sort of special bond that soldiers have when they go to war together, right?
Yeah.
They become this band of brothers, right? They have experiences that nobody else would understand except their fellow members of their platoon, right?
Sure.
But it's also something that, to a lesser extent, can happen when we get together in conferences, right? And there's a biological aspect to this, right? When we go to a conference, or we go to church, right? Or we go to a Tony Robbins event, we move our bodies, we sing, we clap, we laugh, you know, and that creates, you know, it generates oxytocin, it generates all these other chemicals. Our heart beats together, and that's something that AI is never going to be able to replicate, right? So if companies or creators, et cetera, can start generating more in-person events, more opportunities to bond people together, right, then I think that's the company, or that's the provider that's going to win in the age of AI domination, right?
Yeah, I mean, the criticism overriding that I hear about AI is it is soulless.
Yes. And that's specifically with regards to AI content.
Yeah,
right?
Music creation, those kind of things.
I mean, now you're seeing AI-created country songs getting into the top 40. Have you?
I know.
Yeah. And there was so Joe Polizzi, this guy I was telling you about, he wrote an article in which he even said that AI bots are creating OnlyFans accounts and making, you know, millions of dollars for their creators, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you trust? And that's why the in-person, the personal things, you know, hugging each other, shaking hands, you know, dancing together, et cetera.
Pinch somebody.
Pinching somebody. Exactly. So
are you really real?
so even though this conference is about AI and I'm AI forward, I like AI when it comes to doing the operational stuff, the stuff that I don't want to get involved with, right?
Right.
Whereas leaving the creative stuff to the humans.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this conference does describe Waco as a rising hub for creators and entrepreneurs. So what are some of the opportunities you're seeing emerging here?
Well, what I see, some of the opportunities I'm seeing emerging here are this kind of explosion, I guess, of podcasters, of people who have something to say, right? And they have a way of saying it, and right? So you have, groups like Rogue Media Networks, or you have the Waco Buzz.
Yeah.
So you have newsletter creators, you have podcasters, you have filmmakers, right? And, I don't know which one is going to be kind of like the dominant way of doing things. Here in Waco, I know there was a couple here who had a reality TV show, so I guess
well, they kind of changed things around in Waco from the Branch Davidian days. I mean, they probably, Chip and Joanna did more to flip the story, if you will, for Waco than anybody.
Yeah, exactly. So I see kind of media and content and communication as kind of like a superpower here in Waco. And I just think that it's also a very open space. People are not jaded like they are in Austin. I've been living in Austin since 1984, and I saw it go from like just kind of like a very friendly, open community to like now it's a community, and this is not a blanket statement. I don't want to stereotype Austin, but you see more and more this kind of like, what can I get from you, or why should I talk to you, and are you in this clique, or are you in that? That's kind of like the same thing that happens with other large cities in the world.
Yeah, I hope that does not happen to Waco, for sure. So how can folks sign up for this conference? And it's not happening until September 12th.
Yes.
So we've got a little bit of time. And I love kind of promoting it. That's another part of what we do here. Talk about these great events and things that are happening that folks are going to really benefit from and want to be a part of. So, yeah.
Well, we have a waiting list because we're not releasing tickets until June 15th.
Okay.
So, which I think is going to be 2 days just before this episode is released.
Right. So tickets
tickets
are available.
Yeah, tickets are available right now. The early bird price is $59, right? And that's going to go until July 15th. And the price is going to go up to $79. And that's going to go until August 15th. And then the final price is going to be $99.
So you could sign up at the door, but
you could sign up at the door.
It'll cost more.
It'll cost a little bit more, yeah.
So it's kind of an all-day thing on the 12th. It's a Saturday, but I guess you could pick and choose. Different. You said there'd be breakout sessions.
There'll be breakout sessions, and that's all going to be listed on the website. Which I haven't even said the website address, which I think is a very important detail to mention. It's U as in YOU. X for times, AI.live. So instead of .com, it's .live. So YOUX live, YOUXAI or UXAI.live, right? So YOUXAI.live is the website address. You can go and buy your tickets there. You can, and I think hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we'll actually have an initial agenda there, so you can start planning for the sessions.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're happy to welcome everybody. There's going to be a maximum capacity of 250 people because that's the seating capacity at the PACC. Right. So get your tickets quickly.
Yeah, I think this will sell out because it's not a matter of if AI is going to turn our world upside down. And I have to say, from my standpoint, it's been all good. It has been a game changer for me in what I'm doing here as a retiree. But yeah, if I were actually doing it the old way, I would have given up a long time ago. I really would. It has been that significant.
So, and I want to say about retirees, I'm close to retirement, I'm 60 years old and close to retire. I don't plan to retire until like about 80, but
I was kidding.
It's like,
hey, it won't happen.
But it's like, this stuff is not rocket science. What is the rocket science part is sort of getting out of our own heads, getting out of our own way about the way things used to work.
Yeah.
And thinking like, Rubin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rick Rubin, I think his name is.
Okay.
Think of like Rick Rubin is, what is it that I like? What is it that I like to listen to, read, watch? What are the people I know like? And then not having to worry about the how. I think that's the mind shift that we have to take, because we always are worrying about the how.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we calculate our worth is how much work did you actually do in the how part,
Yeah.
versus what's the actual work that I've been doing for the last 40 years that got me to the point where I have a particular distinguished taste, and I can recognize good quality from bad quality to excellent quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what's going to matter, because AI is going to take care of the how.
Yeah. Well, this has been awesome, and I'm thrilled that we got a chance to meet, and that Mike Hamilton texted me an hour and a half before this to ask me to sit down with you to hear about this, because this is a significant event. The first of many. As you say, this is the inaugural event.
Yes, yes.
And I think you're going to see with demand and so forth, you may not wait a full year for the next one.
Well, I hope so. And my idea is for this Waco event to be kind of like the pilot project.
Yeah.
Because I want to take this on the road, right?
I absolutely see that, because there's a hunger for folks to understand.
Yes.
What this is all about. So again, this is inaugural U times AI conference, and it'll be the Performing Arts Community Center here on Austin Avenue. And
And the website is youxai.live.
All right, very good. Thanks, Fernando, so much.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990. Or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.